talking franchises here, bud.
Sometimes I'm getting ready for the show. It feels momentous, daunting. Like it's going to be a big week. All right. Let me get my thoughts together. This week I have to talk about The Silence of the Lambs and Manhunter. All right, or this week I have to talk about Before Midnight, Before Sunset, or The Color of Money and The Hustler, or Gremlins and Gremlins 2, The New Batch, or something. Some weeks it's like that. This week it's not one of those weeks, gang. It's not. This week we're wrapping up Free Willy Feb, and we're talking about Free Willy 3, The Rescue, and Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove. All right? That's right. A third Free Willy movie with the original kid that you didn't know existed, and a fourth Free Willy movie that you really didn't fucking know existed, starring Bindi Irwin, the dead crocodile hunter's daughter. All right? I mean, I guess there's not like an alive crocodile. It's not like Steve Irwin died and everyone was like, all right, Danny Houston, you're the new crocodile hunter. And Danny Houston was like, what? Me, Danny Houston, Angelica Houston's brother, and John Houston's son? And we were all like, yes. No, that didn't happen, guys. The crocodile hunter died, and it was just like, I guess the crocodile hunter's dead. Crocodiles can live now. All right, let me bring in my co-host. that was maybe my favorite intro I've ever done. Let me bring in my co-host, Logan Viatere. What's up, buddy?
Let me say I disagree about Free Willy. I think this is the hardest franchise to rank that we've ever done. You know the thing, like people with kids are like, you can't ask me to choose between my babies. I feel kind of that's how I feel. Not that they're all great, but it's like a 3, and then we have a bunch of 2s in my opinion, and it's hard to rank them.
Speaking of ranking your babies, Logan, do you think Cat's Paw could have ranked Willy and Little Spot?
I do. I think Willy number 1.
Willy number 1?
Spot number 2.
Absence makes the hearts grow fonder.
Little Spot
was always
accepted
there,
their fate, but Willy they believed was alive the whole time.
Willy fought to get back to them. That's something.
It's true.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like you had. I wanted to talk about so many things you brought up, and then I forgot about them as soon as we started talking. What an introduction.
Hopefully, we will get around to each and every one of those points, gang, on this great episode of the franchise. Let's talk about Free Willy 3, The Rescue. How about that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Why not? I watched it a couple of days ago. I remember one thing about it. Okay. Our new director. We have a new director. It's Sam Pillsbury.
Yay, finally.
Yeah. Fucking great to see you, buddy. All right. You've never heard of Sam Pillsbury, right? No one has.
No.
All right. He's an interesting man, though. I looked him up. He's an American boy, but they emigrated to New Zealand when he was 14 for some reason. All right.
Okay.
And then he got his start in the New Zealand film industry. Maybe if my parents did that, I'd be a famous filmmaker. Maybe it's easier to break in other countries. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that I was trying to break in as a filmmaker. But anyway, Sam Pillsbury, he's in New Zealand. The way he broke into America, kind of, is he wrote this movie, The Quiet Earth. He ended up not directing that one, but he wrote it. And that's a good film. That's sort of like, yeah, I have. It's sort of like a Last Man on Earth kind of movie.
Okay.
I like all those, except for I Am Legend.
Yeah,
I think any Last Man on Earth movie that doesn't have Shrek in it is good.
I like I Am Legend. Did you know I Am Legend was directed by Francis Lawrence? Did you know that?
Of course I did.
No, I feel like not a lot of people know that. But I like I Am Legend. What's your beef with I Am Legend? You know, like the part where he kills his dog?
To be honest, I got a fight in the theater. So I feel like maybe if I watched it again, I wouldn't hate it the same way.
Was that the guy who insulted your girlfriend?
Yes. He called my girlfriend a cunt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was a tough movie going experience for me. So
have you seen it since? Watch it again.
No, I have.
You have. Well, that's crazy. Watch it again.
Why?
That's because you saw it one time and you got in a fight and you hate it. Why would you not watch it again?
But it's not like a movie like everyone's like, that's a great movie. You're just.
But it's a movie people like more than you do. So why not watch it again?
I guess. But what? I'm gonna watch I Am Legend and go up from a 1 to a 2. Like, who cares?
You give that a 1. You'll definitely go up from a 1 to at least a 2.
All right.
Come on.
What? Come on.
I,
Defending I Am Legend so
I'm
hard.
stumping for I Am Legend a little bit.
I should slap you.
What is that joke from?
That's
Chris
that's
Rock.
referencing his classic slap.
Of course.
Yeah, the slap heard around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Lately, uh, in the lead up to WrestleMania, The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes. And they've been referring to that as the slap heard around the world. And I'm like, I disagree, gang.
He did that since he was announced, and there was like a whole
Yeah.
thing.
They turned The
Wow.
Rock heel.
I love it. They leaned into it.
But I'm saying slap heard around the world. It's like Chris Rock and Will Smith one, obviously.
Now that he's a heel in the WWE, is he going to start being like a villain in movies? Is he going to start being like serial
I thought
killers
he
and
did
stuff?
that already when he like fucking made them change Black Adam and shit. He's already a heel behind the scenes in movies. Why not make him a heel on screen?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they haven't. But I feel like they're going to now.
Maybe. We'll keep an eye out for the big Rock serial killer movie.
Yeah.
See No Evil 4, starring The Rock.
What happened to the third one?
Oh,
Is there
that
a
doesn't
third one?
exist? I thought
I don't
there
think
was.
so.
All right, maybe not.
You made up a third one.
All right, fine. Jimmy Uso's in that one. All right. So Sam Pillsbury. All right. After Quiet Earth, he comes. He directs movies in America. Lots of TV stuff, but not TV shows, TV movies. But he does Free Willy 3: The Rescue. Ultimately, he's not a filmmaker. All right. He retires from filmmaking after Free Willy 3: The Rescue. He opens up a series of successful vineyards.
Wow. Good for him.
Okay. He's a wine man. And he sold one of his top vineyards to Maynard James Keenan, the lead singer from Tool and A Perfect Circle, who has also become a wine man. You can watch a documentary about that.
What's it called? What's like the party called? I bet you get a lot of like bachelorette parties at vineyards, right? Go wine tasting on like bachelorette parties.
Feels too classy.
Oh yeah, they slut it up on the bachelorette party.
Yeah, I feel like that's where you do like the engagement party.
But you start classy and then you get slutty.
What do you say? You start at a vineyard and you end up at like a fucking strip club?
That's how it happens, right?
Hey, maybe. I don't know. Logan, go undercover to a bachelorette party and report back.
All right, I will try.
Were you on a vineyard at any point?
How do you find out who's going on bachelorette parties? Like, how do I tag along to a bachelorette party? You gotta find somebody getting married.
Here's what you do. Here's what I think you could do. Search Huntsville, Alabama bachelorette party on Facebook.
I'm not gonna find one on Facebook. Yeah. That scares me. I don't know.
All right. Sam Pillsbury. All right, so Sam Pillsbury, that's what he's best known for. Wine.
All right, wine. Willy and wine.
All right. Plenty of whining in this movie, am I right?
What does that mean?
I'm talking about these fucking kids.
Bro.
Ryan.
I like every Free Willy kid there ever
Oh my
was.
God. Are you fucking kidding me? You were still on board, even in the Max years?
I love Max. And I love Kira even more.
Listen, I love Kira. You're not gonna pry Kira from my cold dead hands, but
what does that mean?
I don't know why I'm clutching onto her so hard. Never mind.
Can I go back to what you said in your intro about the crocodile hunter?
Sure.
The new crocodile hunter is his son. Don't you know about the crocodile hunter's son?
I didn't know the crocodile hunter had a son.
He has like a handsome son who's
I thought it was just a jungle girl.
Nope, handsome son. He does the crocodile hunter's job now. He is new crocodile hunter.
If I Google crocodile hunter, will the sun come up?
No fucking way.
No, of course not. Steve Irwin came up.
It's also a good point. I never thought about it. He's all for like preserving animal rights, but he's called the crocodile hunter, which seems dangerous. Seems like he like hunts and tracks him down and kills them, but he doesn't really, does he?
But maybe he just like hunts them to hang out. Like maybe he's like hunting them, and when he gets there, he's like, "Got you, buddy. I'm here.
I'm here. I got a couch right over there."
All right, Robert Irwin. I'm looking him up right now.
That's his name.
He's only
cute,
20
right?
years old.
Pretty cute.
Very young man. He's pretty cute. But I mean, he's not. He works at a zoo. Like he's not like a huge personality.
I thought every time I see him, he's like doing the whole shtick. It seems like.
Evidently, he had a cameo in Free Willy 4. I missed that.
I missed it too. It's like when you go back and you watch. We talk about Survivor Australia every week.
Oh,
I feel like
you know what he's doing? He's right now the Crocodile Hunter's son. He's the co-host of the Australian version of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
he's the co-host of that. Did
Yeah.
not expect that at all.
You know that show?
Sure, yeah.
That's like
I
a
never saw
big
it.
show in the UK. Like I don't know if it still is, but like I remember when like Survivor and Big Brother were like the big reality shows, like they had I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here on that same level over there.
What do you do?
It's Survivor, but with celebrities. We tried it in America. I remember we did a season
Spencer
of America.
Pratt was
yes,
on it, right?
yes, that's all I remember about it. Was Spidey was on it.
Oh,
But
both of them.
I want to say both of them, but maybe Spencer lasted longer.
They were both on the UK Big Brother. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the only season I ever watched.
Did you know that my girlfriend loves the UK Big Brother? She's currently binging the most recent season.
Well, I didn't know the second part, but you have told me that she loves it. I don't
Yeah,
understand why. It's so boring, kind of.
Well, some people don't care about gameplay. They watch it as
Right.
entertainment. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You
Like
do too. Maybe you'd like it.
But like when I watch American Big Brother and she's around and they're like talking about like alliances and like the power of veto, like she is so tuned out.
It's the nomination ceremony. She couldn't care less.
Yeah, she does not give a shit.
That's so funny.
All right. The writer of this movie is John Matson. I looked him up because he wrote the last one too. So I was like, who is this fucker? All right.
Yeah.
I found out.
Okay.
Okay. Do you remember on Hey I'm Watching Here, patreon.com/the franchise, only $5 a month, guys. Do you remember on Hey I'm Watching Here when I talked about watching the movie Milk Money?
Yes.
Okay. You remember it, right?
I do.
It's Ed Harris and his kid and his friends. They're like 11 years, maybe younger, like 10 years old or something. They go into the city. They decide they want to see boobs. So they pay a hooker their milk money to go look at their boobs. They look at them, but the one kid covers his eyes. And then the kid who covers his eyes tries to get the hooker to become his stepmother. Okay, by setting her up with Ed Harris. But then her pimp goes to try to kill her. Okay, so Ed Harris has to save her. All right, it is a crazy movie. It's really wild. I remember it from my childhood very fondly because I saw it in theaters, and even at the time, like it was like 8 years old, and I was like, "This movie's weird."
You don't see the boobs, do you?
No, you don't. Unfortunately, they like cut to the kids going like, "Oh,
Of course."
yeah. But so what I read was this. He wrote the Milk Money script around a time when like Hollywood was just like snatching up scripts for tons of money. All right, they were like selling scripts for millions of dollars. So I read that the Milk Money script was how he broke into Hollywood. He sold that script for over $1 million, $1.1 million for the Milk Money script. That's amazing.
Incredible. Yeah.
And then his only other two credits on IMDb are Free Willy 2 and 3.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Well, made $1 million.
But he made $1 million, right? His weird
probably at least $2
movie.
million. You gotta think these stacked up also. Right, $3 million.
Well, it's not like he made money on the back end. No one saw that movie except me.
But these two, he got paid to make these, so that's 1.5 for that one.
I guess
plus both
so,
of
yeah.
these two.
And the second movie made money at least. This one tanked real bad.
I assume this was like a straight to DVD movie or something.
No, man, this straight up came out in theaters.
Oh,
Came out August 8th, 1997. And
well, that's the first one.
what?
I feel like we just talked about the fourth one, and then you said it came out on that, but
I'm talking about the third one.
I know, but the way we talked
Were you
about
saying the fourth one was straight to video? Because that one was.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so
okay.
So that's why I was confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that one for sure was. But this one, the third one with Jason James Richter, that came out in theaters, man. And I mean, we're looking at this franchise. Like the second one made $68 million on a $31 million budget. The first one was a massive hit, of course, made 153 on a budget of 20. This one, I don't even have a budget figure for you, but the box office was $3.4 million.
Uh-oh.
We've dropped from over $150 million to $3 million in the space of two movies.
It's not very good.
No, that's
Well, that's why they stopped for
well,
15
yeah,
years or whatever.
yeah. Maybe they should have stopped forever.
Oh,
I'm
stop it.
glad to have met Kira. All right, so it was nominated for an award, one award. All right.
Okay, what's that? An
Remember I
Oscar?
told you animatronic Willy got nominated. He like won favorite animal at the Kids Choice Awards.
Yeah, that was
All right,
weird.
well, they still nominated him, but kids are smarter now. You know what beat the animatronic Willy for best animal of the year?
What year is this?
97.
I don't know. What was it?
Salem, the talking cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, that's a cool choice.
Is it?
Yeah, I like the talking cat.
He was snarky.
Yeah, cool.
When I was a kid, he was definitely my favorite on that show. I don't know if I could take it these days.
Yeah, that guy's
Although
cool.
I have a black cat now. Looks a little like Salem.
You never showed me your fucking cat, by the way. Update: Henry or Daniel never showed me his cat. I never saw it.
Well, still here. um all right, that's all I got. Oh, it came in at number 157 for the box office for the year. Between Till There Was You, which I think was a rom-com that I didn't see, and The Matchmaker, which was a rom-com I did see with Janine Garofalo. They tried to make her a movie star for a second.
Yeah.
They
What's
put her
she
in like
doing these
two
days?
movies. It was like The Truth About Cats and Dogs, and then The Matchmaker. And then they were like, I don't think you're a movie star, but then they still put her in Wet Hot, so that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's she doing these days?
Yeah, what's Janine up to?
She's had a lot of work done on her face. She has both of her arms tattooed with sleeves.
Whoa.
Those are the only things I know about her, and those
She
things
married?
come from seeing her at Barnes and Noble regularly.
Which that was years ago. She might have gotten
that
all her sleeves removed.
Yeah, maybe the
Imagine
sleeves are
doing
removed
that.
and her
Has anyone
face
ever
looks
done that?
natural now. I don't know.
That would be wild.
That must have been done at some point, maybe by a Jew. They're not allowed to bury people in Jewish cemeteries that have tattoos.
But alive people.
But alive? What do you? I mean, I
Have
don't
alive
know.
people ever gotten a sleeve removed?
I have no idea, man. According to Wikipedia, Janine Garofalo continues to circulate regularly within New York City's local comedy and performance art scene.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, she just hangs out. That's what she does.
Bounces around. All right. That's
Yeah.
cool.
All right, where are we at?
I don't know. Awards?
No, I'm done with that. Let's start talking about Free Willy 3, The Rescue. So basically, this is like a tale of two kids. All right, one kid we know already. His name's Jesse. All right,
And he's awesome.
no, he's not. He's awful. We've dealt with him for two movies already. I do think he's like mature at this point. Like he does not do anything super annoying or stupid in this movie. He's just sort of like
He wants to help the whales.
he's been through a lot. He wants to help the fucking whales. He really does. All right, so Jesse's hanging around. No more Glenn or Annie, the parents. They're fucking nowhere to be found. They did not come back.
Thank God,
And-
honestly. That would have been a boring plot of them there in this movie.
Really, but you're happy to have August Schellenberg, Randolph,
Yeah.
the Native American.
It's fine. It makes
Uh,
him connect to that he's out there on the water with the whale. It's fine.
You know who else isn't back? Francis Capra, the
I didn't
actor
expect
who
that, I don't
plays
think.
Jesse's younger brother. I read that he was in the script. The actor Francis Capra was offered the part in this movie, reprising his role, and evidently he read the script, was not too happy that there was a new little cute kid that was
Whoa.
younger and cuter than him, and he turned down the movie.
How many years later are we at this point?
Only two, I think.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Good for him, I guess. Then they I mean, I couldn't really tell that he was supposed to be in the movie, I guess.
I mean, I don't know what he would have been doing. He probably just would have been there. I mean, I kind of sympathize with him. The script probably literally was just him hanging around with like a couple of one-liners here and there.
Yeah, and then he went on to go be in an episode of the OC, like episode 4 of the OC.
Is he what?
That's the picture that I sent you of it. That's the Elvis.
Oh, he shows up in that. Where is he on the show?
Uh, our main guy Ryan Atwood gets locked up in jail early on in the show. It's like episode 3. He like goes to jail for something.
This is when he burns down the model home, I believe.
Yeah.
Or is it when he gets into a fist fight at the at that like party?
No, I think it's the model home. I want to say.
Okay.
And he's in jail, and there's like a
when he
guy,
burns
like,
down. Are you talking about when they burn down the model home when he's fighting with Luke when they play Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah in the background? Great scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And he's like, "Hey, don't step on me in jail, buddy. I'll fucking kick your ass." And it's like,
And that was this kid.
Yeah, it's him. It's him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really cool to see him.
Man, maybe that's how he got that Veronica Mars gig, man. I think that premiered like a year later.
They play the fucking a long time ago.
I know.
To be friends. They fucking play that throughout an entire episode.
I know. What? It's a weird one.
Christmas or something?
It's one of those. It's like the Valentine's Day or the Christmas episode. Yeah, it's a I know it's a holiday.
It's
episode.
a huge
Thanksgiving.
Coen
Maybe
episode.
Thanksgiving. Might be Thanksgiving.
When
he's got like
a huge
when he's
episode.
got like Anna in the house, but like Summer's in the beach house.
Yes, I think it might be that one.
Yeah, I think it might be that one too.
Yeah.
What a show. All right.
We'll talk about it. I'm so excited to talk about it. I just want to talk about it, honestly.
Well, hey, check out Hey, I'm Watching here this week. Logan won't shut up about the first season of the OC.
But I'm not watching movies. We're all going to spend time on the OC.
Hang on. And I won't shut up about the 32 episode first season of Melrose Place that I just finished last night, gang.
The problem is I won't know what you're talking about, but the OC will be more fun.
I'll be able to fill you in, baby. It's gonna be fun.
Don't spoil me though. Maybe I'll watch it one day.
I won't. Yeah, you should. All right. All right. So Jesse, he's around. All right, but just him. Forget about his fucking foster family.
Yep.
And now we got a new kid.
And his girlfriend. Did he have a girlfriend in the last movie? He ended with their girlfriend.
Wait, what?
Nadine. Remember Nadine? His little love interest.
I forgot he had a love interest.
He moved on from Nadine.
I guess so.
I didn't even think about it much till now.
And fucking the Native American dude is still like there. So
yeah,
she could easily
he fired
be on this
her
trip
or something. There's like a new woman here, isn't there?
I think she cheated on Jesse. I really do.
Like when he went back home.
Yeah. I think she'd be there if he the fact that Randolph is still friends with Jesse, but she's nowhere to be found. I feel that she did something wrong there.
So she cheated and bailed before he showed back up. She didn't want to.
If the kid you know from SeaWorld cheats on your niece, you side with the niece. All right? But if the niece cheats, you're still going to be friends with the kid.
Wow, look at this. I think you're right. I think that you nailed it.
Thank you.
What a fucking
just like
cheater.
The niece nailed some guy during the school year.
She could have just kissed him.
Are you kidding me? She seemed fast to me. All right, Max is the new kid. I didn't recognize him, but
me either. But I
he
love
was
him.
okay. He was fine. We first see him. He's playing Star Fox on Super Nintendo, and I'm like, it's 1997, motherfucker. Nintendo 64 is out already. I guess whalers don't make a lot of money. All right, whalers.
Don't judge him.
All right. Okay. Can we talk about the whalers?
The dad?
All right.
Like
so
the crew?
Max, this kid Max, the new kid.
Yeah.
Basically, the arc of this movie is his dad is a whaler. They like kill whales illegally for money, and they like sell them to the Japanese to make sushi or whatever. And the kid like goes off on this boat trip with them. Like he's on this whaling vessel, and I don't think he understands yet that it's wrong.
I thought it was pretty well done, actually, the first opening scene when he realizes what's actually going on.
It's not bad. Hey, listen. Free Willy 3 is Roger Ebert's favorite Free Willy movie.
That's crazy.
He loved it. He said that this is the Free Willy movie for the kids that have become more mature.
Wow. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. I kind of disagree. I think it was bad, but but Roger, teach your own, buddy. Um, I anyway, these whalers. He's on a boat. It's his dad and three other whalers, right? What I want
Yeah.
to point out about these whalers is something I noticed while I was watching the movie that rattled my brain so much that I had to go look it up, and I could not believe I was right.
Okay, what's this?
All right. They're introducing the whalers. All right. One of them is Wesley. That's fine. It's a normal whaler name.
Sure.
Right. All right,
Wesley the Whaler.
They
Makes
introduced the
sense.
next one, Deneen.
Okay.
Deneen. That's different. That name sounds familiar to me, but where? Where does it sound familiar
where is
from?
Deneen from?
Okay. All right. Then I hear Sanderson. Then I hear Kron. These are the names of all the whalers. And I'm like, there's a common denominator between those names, and it has blown my mind, Logan.
Okay.
Can I let you in on this?
I don't know where you're going. Is it like a comic
All
book
right.
thing or something?
No. In 1997, there was still an NHL team known as the Hartford Whalers. Okay? All right. Very soon after this, they moved to Carolina, became the Carolina Hurricanes. But at this point, they were still the Hartford Whalers. Deneen, Wesley, Kron, Sanderson. Those names were all, at the time, current players on the Hartford Whalers.
I love it.
They named all the Whalers after hockey players on the Hartford Whalers. That is amazing. I want to give the movie 5 stars for that.
I'm glad that you like that as much as I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what other sports teams I could do that for other scenarios, but anyway,
It'd be like if you had a team, like you went to watch a firefighter movie, right? And all the guys on the team, like their last names were like
O'Neal.
Morning. It's like one
Wade.
of them's LeBron, and it's
Bosch.
like, what? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. Mario Chalmers. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's awesome. Great job by them.
All right. So that was crazy to me.
Yeah. So you thought that you were like, are these whalers? You were like,
it was Deneen that got me. Like Wesley. I remember Glenn Wesley, the player. All right.
but you wouldn't think anything of Wesley.
But
though, so.
exactly. But then they said Deneen, and I'm like, Kevin Deneen and Glenn Wesley. They played together, and then Kron and Sander. What is happening?
I guess that's for the Heat version. It'd be like James, and you wouldn't think anything. But then they'd be like, O'Neal, and you'd be like, oh, O'Neal, interesting.
Yeah.
Or Wade O'Neal, and you'd be like, oh,
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Good stuff, man. It's like if you went to see a movie about like the running of the bulls in Pamplona, okay? And all of a sudden the main character's name's Jordan. That's fine. No big deal. But then they introduced another character named Pippin. And you were like, what?
They're coming out. Rodman.
What?
Next is Kerr.
Wait, did they just call that Rodman character the Worm? What's happening here?
Yeah, that's very funny.
All right. Anyway, Max. Max is on the whaling vessel.
So you like Max, though? You're a fan of Max?
He's fine. He was a decent kid actor. He didn't bother me. Jesse's over on the main vessel with the good guy vessel with Randolph and another lady who I thought maybe Randolph might have been fucking.
Your brain is crazy.
Why?
She cheated on him, and these people are fucking each other, and all this stuff.
I don't know, man. They had some chem, I thought.
I guess so.
Yeah, chemtrails over the country club, baby. It's a Lana Del Rey song I have in my head right now. All right, Jesse. Oh, Jesse. He's when we first meet him in the movie, I thought he was delivering pizza.
Right.
but he's not a pizza boy.
No, he's just
dri-
headed there, taking
He
it.
just happens to own a van and has just bought a pizza. Those things aren't connected to his job.
Yeah, but he shows up with a pizza.
Yeah. But he's the new research assistant on this boat with Randolph and this lady who he may or may not be having sex with.
We don't know. Yeah, right.
Right. We don't know.
But it's very likely that that's happening.
Okay. Do you want to hear my notes on Max? I could tell you the things we know about Max.
He has curly, cute blonde hair.
Yes.
I think he's very good at looking worried and like in distress the whole time.
I agree.
Like, oh, I just found out something I didn't want to know. Oh.
But
He's very good at that.
But can I tell you some concrete things we do know about him?
Right, yeah. He has a necklace, cute necklace with a whale on it.
He does.
Right.
He prefers Marvel to DC.
Does he? How do you know?
Yes, because in his bedroom he had great posters of both Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Okay, all right.
Okay. And he's into Looney Tunes, but he's cool. So he's got the Looney Tunes with hip hop outfits on.
Okay.
It's like Taz and Bugs with like backwards baseball caps and like a baggy baseball jersey. All right.
Right.
Then
right.
you've got he loves baseball.
Does he?
That's his favorite sport.
How do you know that?
I'm just looking around his bedroom.
What does he have that makes you think that?
Here's the thing. I look around characters' bedrooms to try
I know
to
you
learn
do.
about
It's your
her.
favorite thing.
That's why it's not helpful on Buffy when she has fucking string cheese incident posters in her room. It doesn't teach me anything about her.
Yeah, Buffy's bedroom never made sense. I feel like you've talked about how much you love Seth Cohen's bedroom. Have you?
Seth Cohen's bedroom is a what a sanctuary.
He has like a cool rock star thing up on his wall.
Incredible
like
posters.
Rockstar, like Grand Theft Auto, like the production
Yep,
company.
yep, he definitely has that.
I thought that was cool. But anyway, yeah. So, but what made you think you liked baseball?
And surely you've met Captain Oates, his little horse.
Right, I know Captain.
Okay,
Captain
great,
Oates.
great. All right. What do you baseball? I don't know. I think I probably saw some baseball shit in there.
I think
I
you're
wrote it
confusing
down.
him with Jesse. Jesse loved baseball. He got the
But
baseball from his
Maybe
dad.
they
Michael
connected
Madsen.
with that. Okay.
Okay, I thought they just connected over Willy.
Listen, these are my notes from looking around his kid. He likes Spider-Man, Wolverine, baseball, and hip hop Looney Tunes.
Okay, all right. So those are the things that he's into.
Yes. He
All right.
also has a dad. That's the other thing we know, who we recently saw on an episode of Angel.
His dad, the main dad?
Yes.
Who? Is he on Angel?
Okay. Do you remember the episode from a few weeks ago?
I remember every episode.
I know you do. Guys will be guys.
Of course. The
Okay.
introduction of the great girlfriend Virginia.
Virginia Bryce, yes. So
Who's
you
not been in
recall-
another episode since we saw her.
but she
I
has
believe.
been mentioned.
And yeah.
Wesley, not to be confused with Glenn Wesley from the Hartford Whalers.
Oh my God.
He goes undercover as Angel with Virginia Bryce's dad. Do you remember the reason he goes undercover is because Virginia Bryce's dad is very concerned about a business partner that he's been feuding with.
Right. Yeah, I forgot his name.
I'll tell you what his name is. This kid's dad.
I think I remember saying in that episode, I do not remember who that guy was, but I remember who her dad was. I
Right.
legitimately think I said that in the episode. And it's crazy that now we watch this and I don't recognize him.
Yeah.
What a thing to have happened.
It was only 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Well, to be fair, though, I didn't recognize him either. I saw that on IMDb and I was like, oh, yeah.
Does he have a new mustache in this or something?
I think he always had this mustache, this guy. Like, I feel like I've seen this guy in a few things and he always has this mustache.
All right. Well, he is a little older then. It's 3 years later at that point, I guess.
I guess you're right, man.
Well.
All right. What's
This was a
next?
mom. What do you think of mom? Mom shows up for one scene and Max is like, Mom, I'm really conflicted about what dad's doing. And mom's like, shut the fuck up. Your dad's doing what's right for the family.
But
Oh,
see, I
bitch.
understood the mom in that scene.
No,
Like,
I thought she was really mean.
But at
Didn't
a
even listen to
certain
him.
at a certain point, that is what the dad does. Like, that's his job. Like, the kid's mission in this movie is to get his dad to stop being a whaler because
Why
of
not do
something.
shrimping?
Well, I mean,
You
his
have a
father,
boat and
but he
connections.
he talks about his father was a whaler, right? Like it's been handed down to him over the generations. And whalers used to feel like they were doing the Lord's work because like whale oil was used to create light.
Oh,
But
I
now
hated
it's
that
not
part.
anymore. It's only used to eat sushi. And so that's not the Lord's work, is giving these dirty Japanese their food. God forbid they eat. No, I mean, but it's very weird. It's just
Yeah.
like something that runs in the family, and so the kid
Maybe
is like,
change though. I mean,
I understand that. That's what the kid's trying to get, is that ultimately he does, I think.
yeah, I
But
really
like,
liked the ending actually.
yeah, I kind of did too. There's a lot of conflict there, like personal conflict, and the kid, he he's pushing this thing like, but like what he doesn't realize, I don't think, because he's a little dumb kid, is that his dad like getting like quitting this job changes their whole family. Like they have this house like right at the docks, and their mom like works at a diner on the docks, and the dad's been a whaler since he was a child. Like his dad probably took him out on whaling vessels the same way he is for Max right now. It would change the entire family. So like I sort of understand the mom reacting this way.
Right. But what this is going to lead to, and I know from experience, is Max is trying to bring something up that he believes, and mom's shutting him down. And later in life, he's just not going to talk to his family because he's going to be like, well, anytime I want to talk about something, they just don't believe anything that I
But
say or
Logan,
don't hear me out.
Logan, I know you're speaking from experience there, but I don't think that's the case with this family at all, because ultimately, at the end of the movie, the dad does stop being a whaler. And
Yeah,
so
I guess problem solved.
I think it's the opposite problem. This kid is going to feel like he has too much power in this family. What he says
He's running
goes.
them into
He's
the
fucking
ground now.
10.
He's in charge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
That's
He's
hilarious.
controlling his parents' fucking money.
Right. It's like the Book of Henry.
Yeah. So the way the kid becomes so into whales is that he like falls into the ocean, right? And like
Yeah.
Willy saves him, because Willy's always saving kids.
Right.
And they've added something to the saving scenes in this movie that blew my mind.
What's that?
Did you notice the choral score that plays during underwater scenes in this film?
Choral score? You have to
Yeah.
try to tell me.
Well, in previous films, the composer's been Basil Polidorus. He's just used lots of strings and woodwind instruments and stuff. We've added vocals to the score in Free Willy 3: The Rescue. And what we've decided to have the singer do is sing the word Willy.
No.
Yeah. So anytime in this movie we're doing like a scene that's really serious where it's like Willy and Max underwater, like face to face, you hear a little singer come in the background going, Willy,
Oh.
Willy, Willy.
Oh my God.
It is wild.
LVP, whoever came up with that. I didn't notice though.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I was losing it.
I'm sorry. So the whole
Maybe
they did it a lot.
it was a lot. I might have only noticed it though because I had the subtitles on, so that when the voice came on, it didn't just say like vocalizing or whatever. It said Willy.
Yeah. I don't think I watched with subtitles on.
You're missing out, man.
Yeah. I didn't notice.
All right.
That's wild
Uh,
though.
Give me 1 second. Literally like 1 second.
What?
Okay, you there?
Yes, I'm here. That took you like 38 seconds, I'm pretty sure.
All right. In this film,
Willie has a girlfriend. Have we
yeah,
mentioned that?
that's what I was about to bring up. Yeah. Her name is like, I felt like it
Nikki.
was, yeah, it felt a little slutty to me. Like, ooh, you found Nikki.
Willie's
All right, Willy.
girlfriend, Sabrina.
I don't know. To me, I always thought of Willie as a more wholesome person, but I guess if he wants to end up with a Nikki, he can. Um, so And he immediately impregnates her.
Oh, immediately on the
Yeah.
first go. He can't
Oh
pull
my
out for
God.
nothing.
It's amazing, dude. And
How do they not, honestly? They just have sex. They just have babies every time they have sex.
I have no idea how much sperm it's got to be such a big load.
That's a real question I never really thought about. Do dogs have to try a lot to start a family? Or are they just like, are they like, yeah, we're trying, we can't really
I
get
don't know if they try. It's more impulsive. Like I feel like when dogs fuck, they're just like, I have to fuck right now.
But sometimes they fall in love. Like, haven't you seen movies?
I don't know if they do, Logan. I think
Haven't you
that's
seen
maybe-
that Full House episode where Comet falls in love with a woman, follows her around?
I've seen Lady and the Tramp. Yeah, I'm not sure I buy it.
They have a big family. You seen Lady and the Tramp 2? Scamp's Adventure?
Oh, I never have, but I kept wanting to call it Scamp's Revenge. But
Why?
I knew
What would he need revenge for? He's a
I
little
knew that
scamp.
was wrong. Like, why would he be seeking revenge?
No, he goes on an adventure. I love
Alright.
that one. I love that movie, legitimately.
All right, we can cover it. I've basically never seen any of those Disney direct like
I've only seen
Simba's-
that one.
Simba's
Oh.
Pride or like Lion King 1.5 or Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, any of these that were
Right.
like big deals when I was a kid. I
I
like
saw
never bothered.
Aladdin. for the
Yeah,
podcast.
that's true. And I'll tell you why. I only saw the original Aladdin sequel because they called it The Return of Jafar. I was like, all right, we're like directly sequelizing the first one.
But they have other ones that you've now seen because of the podcast. What about The Little Mermaid? Did they ever make any of those?
Yeah, there were little, and I never saw any of those. Yeah, there was a Cinderella one, I remember. I just
Yeah.
never bothered.
Yeah, I understand.
It always felt like a cash grab to me. But like
Right.
now I'm an adult and I'm just like everything's a cash grab. I don't know why I
yeah,
was being
everything's a
snobby
cash
about that. Yeah.
True.
We see the whale give birth at the end of the movie.
We do, yeah. And
Reminded me of Dr. T and the Women.
okay, I don't know what that is.
Anybody out there pop for that reference?
Probably.
Robert Altman's Dr. T and the Women, where you get to see a woman give birth at the end of the movie.
Can I tell you all that I thought about when I was watching that was so many fish probably get killed during childbirth because there's so much blood. It's like
You know what
sharks
blows
and
my
stuff
mind
come
though
around and
is
kill them.
like, but
Can we
what's
take
crazy,
a second to realize how sad that is?
I don't even think it's true though.
It has to be true. There was so much blood.
I think it's mind blowing though that these whales can just like swim out of their mothers and then they're just living
ready to
life.
go.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, I know how to swim. I know I'm part of this family. I know that I'm gonna follow you guys around. Like they're just ready to go.
And it's
Are
not
you
even
kidding me? Like we get born, humans. We can't even open our fucking eyes. We're screaming. We can't open our eyes. We don't know where we are.
We
don't
can't
know who
talk for
these
10 years.
I have no
Wait,
idea
that
who
was
this
just me?
fucking person is. You know, even though I was just living inside of her. All right. Whales, they are ready. They are born and they have like a checklist. All right. I know exactly what to do.
Have you ever seen like horses or giraffes get born? You know how they like can't really walk that well. They like keep
Oh, yeah,
falling
sure.
over.
Yeah.
What if a whale did that?
Got
Like,
my
they
legs
just-
wild. There's a great comedy rap song called Newborn Baby Cult. That's all about how that's how you walk after you fuck real good. After a real good fuck sesh, you're gonna be walking around like a newborn baby colt.
That's interesting. What if a whale does that where they just like stop swimming? They just like get out of swim and they like torpedo down for a second every now and then until they really get the hang of swimming.
It'd probably blow people's minds, right? Like all these like oceanographers that are like watching them, marine
Oh
biologists.
shit, whale!
Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, that'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Whale pedo.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, at one point in this movie, Randolph gets into a big bar brawl.
Yeah, that was crazy. He's like goes to a bar, has to like distract everybody and starts a fight.
That was crazy, man. I'm used to this guy just like, you know, I guess like rubbing substances on shit to heal it. I'm not used to this guy just like punching shit in a bar.
Yeah, now he's like active, like really.
Yeah. Like it's
strapping it
literally
up.
like Jesse is like sneaking onto the boat, like the whaler boat to like get some proof or something. And he's just like, he tells Randolph, like, I just need like 5 minutes. Can you like hold them off? And like, that's Randolph's plan. I'm gonna fucking punch all of them.
Yeah.
He could have gotten killed.
I thought that scene was actually kind of weird because Randolph's looking for Jesse and he walks in his bedroom and he finds like a walkie-talkie on his bed and says like, I've gone to go do this. And he goes to the walkie-talkie and picks it up and he's like, Jesse? And Jesse's like immediately on the walkie-talkie, like off by himself, like he was expecting the call. But the whole day he was off swimming with Max. But like now suddenly he's free and available. Like he knew this was the moment that Randolph's gonna find the walkie-talkie.
Yeah. I would
I don't
argue
know.
that Free Willy 3 The Rescue is not the best at storytelling.
It's fine though. And I like the father-son dynamic.
You definitely like this more than I do. Like
I like all these more than you.
I feel that I am
All
I
wailed
lo-
out.
no, I lost the word. I'm what do you call when you're like letting somebody else do something?
Um, you are handing the ball off. I don't know. I don't know. You're letting. I don't know. You're losing control.
Like I feel like I'm acknowledging you.
Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
indulging you. I'm indulging
Indulging.
you. That's the word.
I feel like that's gonna make for a bad episode. It's gonna make for an annoying episode.
It'll be fun
If
for
it's
you
just-
though.
I don't want it to be fun for me. I want it to be fun for others.
Okay.
You have anything else on this one?
Um, let me see. I'm looking at my notes. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh yeah. There's this one great moment. I say great, but the moment when at the end of the movie, the whaler, the dad of Max, he gets like caught up in a whaling net and
Right.
falls into the water, and there's this shot of like Willy free, but the whaler in a net.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
they're looking at each other in the ocean. And I feel like we're all supposed to look at that shot and be like, oh.
We were we not?
I mean,
I was.
I think we all understood.
He knew immediately, like, oh, you have the upper hand and you are a good guy. I'm the bad guy. You could have hurt me, but you decided not to. You're a better man than I.
What do you give this movie?
4 star. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have a few more things. Why did Jesse, he meets Max and he says, my name's Randolph. Why did he do that?
When
He meets Max originally, like he tells him his name's Randolph because I think he thinks he's going to get caught or something. But then, like, if he escapes, they're going to be like, hey, does anybody know a guy named Randolph? We're after Randolph. And then they point them in the direction of Randolph, and then Randolph's going to get killed. I thought that was very irresponsible and mean by Jesse.
it's sort of like in 60s Stan Lee comics, Daredevil. You know, he feels that people are starting to figure out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, so he invents a new person that is his brother named Mike Murdock.
Love it.
Okay, so but my argument has always been like, if someone's suspecting Mike Murdock's Daredevil, someone's gonna be like, "Hey, did you hear Mike Murdock's Daredevil?" And someone else is gonna be like, "Do you mean Matt Murdock, that blind lawyer?" and the other person's gonna be like, "Yeah, I guess I do mean that." It's just too close. It's too close.
Yeah. I didn't like it. Did you know that apparently playing fetch was when you jump in the water and then Willy saves you? I like that game. That was a pretty fun game.
Willy loves fetch.
In that scene, by the way, there's a crazy part where Jesse is like, "Oh, playing fetch. We're gonna jump in and Willy's gonna save us." Jesse jumps in, and then before Max even sees Jesse get saved by Willy, like he even understands the game that's happening, Max just like takes off his vest and also jumps in the water.
Yeah, he trusts Jesse so much at that point, like immediately.
Yeah. That was wild.
Yeah.
Anything else? I guess not.
I mean, it's a wild scene at the end where like the dad's talking to Max and Max like, "I'm proud of you, Dad," and the dad's just like, "Thanks, son, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with my life now." And that's just sort of where we leave that character. Like, I feel like the message of this movie is, hey, if you're a whaler, don't do that. You're evil. Wait,
But
you think what? But you think we're gonna help you with next steps? No.
it wasn't that. It was that your family is what's most important. Because he's like, been a whaler my whole life. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And the kid says, no, to me, you're just my dad. And to that, that's enough for him.
But as
He,
far as I'm concerned, this family was already extremely tight knit. He owned a Super Nintendo. The
his
dad's
mom
taking,
hates him. I don't know about
but
that.
the dad's taking him out on the whaling vessel. He's a
To
kid.
show him he's a killer.
Those other fucking whalers aren't taking their kids out. He's the only kid on that vessel.
They
All
already
right?
did it. He's last. This
The
is the
dad
last day of
cares
taking
about
your
Max.
son to
To
work.
him, this is like his livelihood. He's trying to show his son like what he does so that he'll become interested in like the family business, which he doesn't see as being evil.
Yeah. Who are you to
All right.
say that those other guys haven't taken their kids out there? Just because it's not what the movie's about doesn't mean that it hasn't happened.
You think fucking Kron, Deneen, and Sanderson even have kids?
I think especially Kron. You think somebody with the name?
Kron!
Yeah, you could lock somebody down just by saying your last name could be Kron.
Yeah, but he seemed like the youngest and hippest of all of them. I feel like he's probably still he's
a
getting laid at
player.
all the port towns.
I love it.
Yeah.
That'd kind of be a cool life.
It probably is. It's probably a great life being a whaler. You just have to deal with the fact
Besides
that
the
you
killing
murder
whales.
cute animals.
Yeah, but they getting laid by the cute port girls would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I will give it a 2. Did you give it a 1? No, you gotta give it a 2. Come on.
I'll give it a 2. I'll go 2s across the board for this franchise.
Crazy. MVP Max. I liked Max. He's a good actor.
You just love whichever new little kid they bring.
You're right.
That becomes Logan's new fave.
I gotta be honest, you're right. Across the board, every single movie.
No.
Jesse, Elvis, Max.
I'm gonna give it to the dad. I found the dad, Mr. Wesley, to be a compelling character.
I agree, but you're only doing that because he was an angel, I think.
No, I'm not. I don't care that he was. I don't even remember him an angel.
Well, now we do. But no, that's a good choice. I like him. Their dynamic, I think, was the best part of the movie.
Him and Max.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So shout out to them. MVP. LVP.
My LVP, I'm going to go with this dud that Randolph is fucking on the boat. Because, listen, we already had Lori Petty in the first movie. We replaced her with a viable replacement in the second movie. Well, we need a third of these fucking Randolph friends? Get out of here.
You don't think anything going on with him and Lori Petty, right?
Definitely not.
Okay, good. Okay. I was worried to even ask you because I was like, he's just going to say yes and make it weird. But I'm glad you said no.
I think Jesse has a better chance with Lori Petty than fucking Randolph does.
Jesse should hit her up now. No,
honestly, yeah, he's got a little scar on his face. He's got a little, he's been through some shit.
Yeah, he's always had a little scar on his face. I remember in the first movie there was a close up of him, and I was like, something happened to him in his life. He has like a little there's like a scar on his cheek.
I feel like it's deepened as an adult.
Yeah, maybe I didn't really notice this time. Gotta be honest. LVP, I'm gonna go with Max's mean mom. Her name's Mary, apparently. Max's mean mom, Mary. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I went with Drew Halbert.
That's the dad's name, Drew?
No, that's the name of the mom. I mean, not the mom.
Oh, for the LVP.
The lady that was on the.
They never once say that. Her name is Drew. Do they?
They definitely say her name's Drew. I don't remember knowing her name's Halbert because I feel like I would have clocked it because it's so close to
Jim
Halbert. Yeah, Drew Halbert, Jim Halbert, same thing. All
right, so there's Free Willy 3. I liked it a little more than you did.
All right. Let's talk about 4.
The best one of the franchise.
Oh my god. I mean, I've got nothing on this. It's
really.
No, not nothing on the movie, but just like the making of the movie. Like it seems to me that they had Bindi Irwin. They were trying to turn her into a movie star. So they were like, how do we do that? They looked at the IP they had. They had Free Willy, that's animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they popped Bindi Irwin in there. Like, there's really no reason to make the movie. Will Geiger is our writer-director. It came out in America March 23rd, 2010, straight to video. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to mention that the last movie, Free Willy 3, was dedicated to Keith Walker, the writer of the first film, who had passed away.
Okay.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Keith Walker. That's very
Keith
sad.
Walker. Yeah, yeah. But Will Geiger, he's our new guy, and Escape from Pirates Cove. Now, it's an interesting premise, isn't it? We've got Kira. She's the crocodile hunter's daughter, Bindi Irwin. You're familiar with her.
Sure. Barely.
I feel like I wasn't even familiar with her, except that I have a cousin that named her cat Bindi.
It's a cute name.
And I remember when that happened, I didn't understand it. Like, I didn't know what the name meant. And she told me she named her after the crocodile hunter's kid.
Is it
And I
short for
was,
anything, Bendy?
I don't know, dude. You don't catch me off guard like that.
Oh. We can just say you don't know. It's fine.
It's
Bendy.
not. I just looked it up. Her name's Bindi Sue Irwin, full name.
Oh, okay. Well,
She's currently 25.
I actually knew the son we talked about more than I knew her. So,
Oh, well, I knew her because I knew the cat that I just told you about.
right.
And I knew about this movie. And I remember when she got married, people made a big deal about that.
Why was it a big deal? Just
I
because she's
guess just
married?
because like people want to protect her because her dad's dead.
But it wasn't like we don't. It was it a famous guy or anything?
It was like a wakeboarder.
Oh,
She
that's
married
cute.
like an extreme sports guy.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. Um, all right. Oh, and she was on Dancing with the Stars. I remember that too.
Wow, how'd she do?
Hmm. I'll
Better
tell you.
than Willow.
I'll tell you right
Remember when
now.
Willow was on there?
She, first of all, she held the record for 4 seasons for the most perfect scores of
Wow,
anybody.
that's
Isn't that
amazing.
amazing? That
is amazing.
She won. She won Dancing with the
Yeah,
Stars.
I thought she might have when you said that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So she
The
was like the
record
goat for a little bit.
the record was beaten a couple of years later by this fella Jordan Fisher, who's like he's an actor. You seen him and stuff?
I don't know who that is.
You know Jordan Fisher?
Probably not Jordan Fisher.
You might know him. He's like a young guy.
What's the name of the guy who played? Never mind. I was gonna say Cyborg. What was that guy's name?
Oh, I thought Ray Fisher.
Oh, Ray Fisher. I was gonna say
Yeah.
it was him for a second.
Mm-hmm,
No, I don't know this guy.
Anyway, Jordan Fisher, he beat Bindi's record, but an amazing performance on Dancing with the Stars for Bindi Irwin. She all right, so in this movie, she plays not an actress. Well, she is sort
She's
of
a little
playing.
girl.
She is sort of playing an actress because Bindi Irwin is clearly not an actress.
I thought she was
But
good.
they have put her in a movie and she's pretending to be an actress. She is playing a little girl named Kira, who is Australian and whose dad is a veterinarian.
That's
Okay.
right.
And she
But he
works
doesn't
for
have
her
good
dad.
balance. He has terrible balance, turns out.
Yes. One day they're in the barn. I guess
As
they have a
one
barn on their
does.
property. Yes. And he's on a ladder and he just fucking fall. I don't even know how he fell. Like
I don't know,
was
he's
just
talking to her.
clumsy.
He's like, "Hey, Kira, do something for me," and then he turns around and falls.
Yeah,
I
he just
don't know.
fucking collapses to the ground like he's fucking Peter Griffin. And he and so he's like, I broke my arm. I guess I can't be
I
a
broke my
dad
arm.
anymore.
That's
Because
like Peter Griffin.
oh, I thought it was the penguin. I thought you were doing the penguin from Batman.
That was close.
Uh so he I didn't know this about parents, but when they get injured, they can't be parents anymore.
Right, you have to send them to your grandparents.
Right, you have to send them to another family member. You can't
Especially
just
if your mom
simply-
is dead, which is
you
in
can't
her
just
case.
parent your daughter with your arm in a cast.
Right,
You
right,
have to
right, right.
apparently wander around your home, your empty home by yourself for 6 months while your kid's off in fucking South Africa.
That's all that happened. Was he had his arm broken or something?
I mean they showed him in the hospital and he was in like a fucking full body like thing, but it wasn't a cast or anything. It felt to me like the biggest problem was his arms.
But if he has to stay at the hospital for like 2 weeks or something, what is she going to do? I guess go stay with grandpa.
For 2 weeks, but
She's
isn't
not there
she-
forever. She's just there for like the end of the summer. or
I
something.
got the sense that she's there for like a season.
Oh, really? Like 3 months.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was just a few weeks.
No, look, I wrote it down. It's 6 months.
She's there for 6 months. What happened to
Yes.
him where he couldn't do anything for 6 months?
He fell off the fucking ladder in a
He's
bar.
not in a coma or anything.
Nothing happened to this guy. He could easily be a dad.
He could be in a wheelchair.
I know. He is just shunting his kid off to be taken care of by a relative he doesn't even trust.
Oh my god. They had like a big barn. They probably have like a bunch of property and money. He could hire somebody to wheel him around in a wheelchair if he can't do it.
Wouldn't that be easier? Just
Or she could wheel him around.
hire a caretaker who can like take care of both of them. He can like deal with like the dad's medication and make sure the kids get into school. I'm sure such a thing exists.
Yeah. It was a crazy solution to send her to grandpa across the country for 6
They
months.
bring up, they're like, all right, well, what are the options? Uncle Joe? No.
He's
Cousin Elvis? No.
They mentioned
All right,
Elvis?
what about I'm making up these names. It's just like they mentioned two family members that were like no's. And then they're like, well, I guess it's got to be Grandpa Gus then.
Our third family member.
I know you have no relationship to him whatsoever. He lives on another continent, and I am literally only in a fucking arm cast, but I guess you got to go live with Grandpa Gus for 6 months.
Yeah, so that's what he does. And it made for a great time. So we can't complain. We got a great movie out of it.
All right, so we say goodbye to the dad for the rest of the movie. We never see him again.
Not even at the end?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We bring in Grandpa Gus. And Grandpa Gus is, of course, Beau Bridges.
Yeah. Doing
Love
a great
Beau
job.
Bridges. I adore Beau Bridges. Can I say something about Beau Bridges that always blows my mind, no matter what I see him in? Because I'll watch Beau Bridges in something like Masters of Sex, okay? Where he's got a really great script, and it's like, in the right role, I'm watching Beau, and I'm like, he's as good as Jeff. Like, he's a really good actor, Beau Bridges, all right? But what I want to say about Beau Bridges is even when you put him in Free Willy 4, all right? It doesn't matter if he has a good script. This guy brings it. He brings us all. He really... I get the sense he is committed to this movie. It is
for sure
a straight to video Free Willy 4 novelty project starring the Crocodile Hunter's famous daughter. All right, the dead Crocodile Hunter's famous daughter.
He's alive at this point.
I feel he is definitely not. In 2010.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the last one was 1997. Yeah, now we're way in the future. He's dead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, he's for real dead. But I'm saying even in this movie, Beau Bridges is creating this character, Grandpa Gus. I mean, he's acting like he's in the Fabulous Baker Boys. Like he is giving his very all.
I agree. He's like
Nick
Nolte
it's like he wants to be considered for an Oscar for Free Willy 4. But what I really know deep down is he doesn't give a shit. He's just an actor. He's a committed actor. He loves
he gives
acting.
a shit.
And so, no, I'm saying he doesn't give a shit about awards. I'm saying what this man gives a shit about is acting.
Oh, right.
Like he's gonna show up on set and he's gonna create a character and he's gonna really figure out that character.
Yeah, you're right. He's really giving it. It really feels like he was like he kind of figured out, especially the scenes like in the car. He's talking to her like about like what happened in the past with the mom and stuff.
I'm telling you,
he's really like hanging on to everything he says.
Against all odds, Grandpa Gus is like one of the most lived-in characters in this whole franchise.
Well, not even my MVP of this movie. I don't.
By the way, Beau Bridges has won 3 Emmys, so
really
he does have some awards on his mantle.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
I don't think Jeff's ever won an Oscar, has he?
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. Jeff Bridges.
No, I can't think of
for Crazy Heart. No.
Yeah,
he won for Crazy Heart. Mm-hmm.
Should I watch that?
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
All right, Crazy Heart.
7-time nominee, by the way. 1-time winner.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right, Beau.
He's cool. He's got like a big amusement park.
He has an
Actually, it's a little amusement park.
he owns an amusement park named Pirates Cove. That's where the title comes from. I was very grateful for that because I thought there were going to be pirates in this movie, and there aren't, and that's great.
Yeah, same.
So, but there's a new amusement park that an evil land developer has recently opened nearby that's like kicking the shit out of this one.
Yeah, sucks.
All right. And that's fair enough. I mean, this does seem like a bad amusement park. He's got people spinning the merry-go-round.
That's fun.
Like the merry-go-round doesn't spin. He's got people walking around in circles spinning it for kids.
Yeah, not
That's
ideal.
bad. That's a bad amusement park.
What was a woman coming up complaining about? There's like a woman that comes up like, "Hey, but this thing's not working." Was it that?
Might have been that, yeah.
Oh yeah, it might have been that.
And then later on, he's got this like show where everyone goes whale watching, and he just like points at birds, and he's like, "Look, that bird saw a whale."
Yeah, what was that? That made me dislike him kind of. Like, this is like completely a scam.
He's a
What even are you
charlatan, this
doing?
guy. Yeah.
That was crazy. Come on, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Gus. Yeah.
He'll get his shit together though.
Yeah.
So he also has a pet penguin named Engelbert.
Oh, he was cute.
Yeah, because part of this park, like probably the crown jewel of Pirates Cove, is the petting zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you got a penguin in a petting zoo. I mean, you got to start thinking about the finances. You can afford a penguin, but not a working merry-go-round.
Well, well, that was the problem. He loved the penguin and he kept having to spend he was like, the money for the penguin's food costs more than everything else does. And he just loved his little penguin.
So he's yeah, I get. That's where maybe that's where we know Grandpa Gus is good deep down. Like he's prioritizing feeding Engelbert the penguin over a working merry-go-round.
I've done that before. One time I've been like, well, should I get this or should I get food for my cat? Well, I guess I'll get food for my cat. I'll not get this. Got to get food for the cat.
Yeah, we've all made those choices.
Love the cat too much.
I know.
But that's why
cat too. My cat?
I love my cat more.
You know what the greatest thing about my cat is? It exists.
You think mine doesn't exist?
Well, I've never seen it.
I've never seen yours, motherfucker. We just talked about it.
I know that.
I think you have seen my cat before.
That was the joke. I was joking.
Oh, okay. But that's why he eventually decides to sell Willy, because he needs the money, because he can't pay for it anymore.
Oh yeah, that's the deal. I love this deal actually. He's like, I'll sell you Willy, but let's finish the deal after my granddaughter leaves because I don't want to upset her.
Yeah, I thought that was great actually. That was a great conclusion. But then she saw the billboard. What was up with the part? Yeah, she went into town with her friend Safiso, right? Her friend Safiso. They go into town because he has an uncle who has a petting zoo or like a safari expedition or something.
Right.
They go on that, and then on their way back, they see a big billboard that says, "I'm buying Willy the whale," and they're like, "No."
That is so fucked up. By the way, you live in a town, right? Imagine this.
It's new Willy, by the way. We haven't said that. This is not the old Willy. This is like a new whale that she named Willy.
Oh, that's true. It's a good point. Yeah, none of them are original Willy because the original Willy is Keiko, and Keiko's dead by this point.
But in
the second and third movies, they were using animatronics and miniatures, and it was supposed to be the same whale as in the first one. That whale is not in this movie. It is a new whale. And she just randomly names it Willy. I wondered about that. Is she naming? Does the movie series Free Willy exist?
I don't think
in this Free Willy movie.
No.
Why else would she name a whale Willy?
Luck. It's just luck. There's no way. I think Willy, because it starts with a W, whale, Willy whale, kind of sounds similar. I don't think it's that crazy to think of Willy for a whale. I don't think.
Fair enough.
I don't think so. But also,
but
CGI whales in this movie. We talked about
so many. They look like shit. Yeah,
it looks like shit. Yeah, it's probably the worst part of the movie. I actually really like this movie. I got to be honest.
But Logan, imagine this. I want you to imagine this. You live in Huntsville, Alabama. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm really tired of bringing it up all the time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus,
it's okay.
All right, but imagine you're in this town, right? Which you are.
Sure.
All right. There are 2 amusement parks. Okay. two competing amusement parks. One of them has a whale. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to that one.
All right, but imagine this. All of a sudden, you're out on the road. You see a fucking billboard for the amusement park that doesn't have the whale. Okay.
Guess what?
The billboard says, you know that whale at the other amusement park? It's still there, but soon it's gonna be here.
But that's it's kind of a stupid billboard to have now because it's well, I guess not, but it's kind of
That's
saying
why I don't think the billboard was ever intended to sell tickets. I think the billboard was put up specifically to fuck with Grandpa Gus's granddaughter.
kind of because it makes no sense. It's kind of being like, go see it there while it's cheaper before it comes over here to where we're gonna make it really expensive. Like, go give them a lot of money while you can. Seemed you're right. It seemed just like, hey, but why? But how would the little girl see it? How often is she heading into town? You know?
Maybe that guy paid off Safiso to take him.
Oh my God,
I don't know.
heel turn. No way, Safiso.
I don't think it's a heel turn, but I think if someone came up to Safiso and said, "Here's $5, take Bindi into town," he would do it.
Yeah, I mean, it all seemed very written the way things were falling into place. But I think that you're right, Safiso. I love it. Did you notice what they called Safiso early on? They said that he's like singing a song, and Grandpa says he ain't Elvis, but he can get the job done. And I thought that was like a little meta joke, like of the Elvis kid. Like he's not as good as that kid, but he can get the job done for this movie.
I didn't think about it.
That
could be.
That was kind of weird to me. But yeah, so the whole thing is, there's this guy Rolf. Have we mentioned him?
The dog from the Muppets.
No, come on, a guy Rolf. I thought the same thing, but he's a real guy.
Who is he?
He's like the bad guy. He like tells his henchmen like go poison Willy so that they'll sell him to me sick.
The land developer guy.
Yeah, he is a real bad guy.
Yeah, I didn't really take note of him. This actually
he's my LVP though.
Stephen Jennings.
I didn't really like him all that much.
Who's Mr. Evans in the Kissing Booth? Because he's in all 3 Kissing Booth movies.
It's got to be her dad. Isn't her name?
Is that her
Evans?
last name? It is L. Evans.
L Evans.
All right, so this bad guy from Free Willy 4 plays Joey King's.
That's crazy.
Yeah. His sperm created that queen.
So many montages. What do you think?
Too many.
Too many montages. I can think of like 4, but probably 5 or 6. But there's like one where
it's a poorly made movie.
It actually reminded me kind of one of those Kissing Booth movie. I think it's like the 3rd one. It's like all montages.
It's real, but it's shorter, frankly. Like thankfully, because I feel like those Kissing Booth movies got way out of hand.
Oh, they're like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, you're right. But I actually like the one where his problem is he has echolocation issues. Like he's not great at it, so they blindfold him and he does lots of challenges. I thought that was kind of cool. Looked dumb because it's a lot of CGI underwater whale, but I thought it was cool otherwise.
Yeah,
it was like the Force. Like you're blindfolded, you got to like listen to the Force. It was pretty cool.
You mean like when they're on the Millennium Falcon and Chewbacca's playing wizard chess? You know what I'm talking about?
That scene? That's what you mentioned in that scene is him playing. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So what happened? What happened next? Anything?
No.
I mean, they do a bunch of stuff. They
They do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they do like they try to become an act, them two together. It's pretty good.
I don't even remember that. Oh yeah, I guess that's right. At one point she's like riding on Willy and shit.
Yeah. So but then so he tries to sell her, she gets upset, they go to Free Willy. And they use so early on, but the echolocation training, they made him like sing into a microphone, and then they were using that to like train with him, and now they use it to try to like get his family together, right? That's like the thing.
Hey, what was this note, do you think, that I wrote down? Mm-hmm. I wrote down a note that just says secret whale relationship.
I have no idea.
What could I have possibly been talking about?
I honestly have no idea. Does Willy have a relationship with somebody?
I don't
Because he has
know.
a family. Does somebody in the family have a I don't know.
I can't answer any of these questions.
Yeah, I really don't know. But so
Mm.
there's the end of the movie. Kira leaves at the end of the summer. We keep Willy, I guess. Probably
Yeah,
actually
and
sold
she
Willy.
says she'll be back, you know.
Nah, I think he sold Willy probably by the time she comes back. What do you think?
I think you're wrong. I think he's gonna hang on to Willie. I think she's gonna be there every summer. I think she's probably gonna like go to fucking college in South Africa.
They're
She's
gonna
gonna end up
sell him for college. Sell him
yeah,
for her
she's
college.
gonna end up losing her fucking virginity to Safiso.
On the whale.
I'm telling you, she is forever connected to Pirates Cove.
I'm not denying that. You know what I kind of felt watching this actually? I recently watched Spirited Away. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not going to compare this too much to Spirited Away, but kind of like if you remember the start of Spirited Away, she's like coming to a new town and she's not excited at all. Like her family's like, you got to come into a new school. She's like on the car ride. And early on, she's coming to a new town from her dad who fell off the ladder and she's on the plane and she looks pissed on the plane. And then she comes here and she has this great adventure. She grows up, she learns about friendship and all this stuff. And then she leaves, goes home on the plane, and she's delighted. There's the shot of her on the plane where she's just so happy with the little adventure that she had. And I honestly do think it's kind of like Spirited Away a little bit.
Which one's better? Free Willy or Free Piggy?
I gotta go Free Piggy.
Okay.
but only slightly.
I like it.
But I'll go 2 stars. 2 stars.
Yeah, it's a 2. It's a fucking 2. But I'll tell you what, the MVP, I'm gonna go Bo Bridges, but
I know.
Bindi Irwin's not an actor, and that's not what she should be doing. I think it's probably a good thing that she's not making movies, but I do think she's an extremely charming person, and I felt that as a central presence in this film, she was watchable. Like maybe the performance wasn't technically good, but she was very, very watchable and charming, and who doesn't?
She was having so much fun.
I feel like Bindi Irwin's the kind of person that like. If you met someone who was like, oh, I fucking hate Bindi Irwin, you'd be like, what? Like,
Yeah.
why? Who? What? Like, I wouldn't trust that person.
Right. Well, first I'd be like, who? Who are you talking about? But now I know who. Now I know who she is.
No, you'd be like, you mean from Free Willy 4, Escape from Pirates Cove?
It's actually just called Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove.
I know. I like giving numbers.
But you like doing full titles.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I apologize.
But yeah, it'd be weird to really hate Bindi Irwin, I guess. But yeah, she's gonna be my MVP here, and my LVP, I'm gonna go with her dad for fucking falling off a ladder and not being able to take care of her for 6 whole months because he can't get out of the hospital.
I really love that choice. It's really hard to argue with that.
Yeah, didn't want to go with anybody in the crew. Thought about Rolf, the bad guy.
Yeah, I'll go with the bad guy. Why not? But you know, it's whatever.
It's whatever.